An open letter to Alex Voorhoeve, Associate Professor in the Department of Philosophy, Logic and Scientific Method at the LSE. March the 15th, 2014. Dear Alex Voorhoeve, I have just revisited a Radio 4 programme in which you appeared, namely The Philosopher's Arms. It was broadcast on the 13th of September 2013 and dealt with the subject of exploitation. For some reason I missed it at the time, hence the lateness of this communication. In it you sought to demolish Marx's theory of labour value, and in doing so you used the story of the 1.5 million paid for the lump of whale vomit found on a beach. You argued that Marx claimed that all value came from labour, and yet the whale vomit was not the product of any labour, by which I presume you meant human labour. Strictly speaking, and scientifically speaking, as you know, whale vomit is actually produced by the labour of a whale's digestive system. However, if you had taken the trouble to read Capital Volume 1, you would have found the following. The use values of a coat, linen, etc., that is, the bodies of commodities, are combinations of two elements, matter and labour. If we take away the useful labour expended upon them, a material substratum is always left, which is furnished by nature without the help of man. The latter can work only as nature does, that is, by changing the form of matter. Nay, more, in this work of changing the form, he is constantly helped by natural forces. We see then that labour is not the only source of material wealth, of use values produced by labour. As William Petty puts it, labour is its father and the earth its mother. So, unlike Adam Smith, who in the 18th century plagiarised the 17th century economist William Petty in his Wealth of Nations, both with regard to the role of labour in the production of wealth and the importance of the division of labour in modern manufacturing, Marx gives Petty his due, and at the same time makes a nonsense of your assertion that Marx believed labour was the sole source of wealth and of value. Now let us go back to the question of whale vomit and its value, because you failed to explain why the whale vomit was sold for such a vast amount of money, let alone why the purchaser was willing to pay so much. The obvious answer is, the purchaser wanted to make a profit. In order to do this, he paid the beachcomber less than its price on the open market. But why does whale vomit have this phenomenal value? The answer, as you undoubtedly know, but for some strange reason did not inform your audience, is because it is a raw material in the production of very expensive perfumes. Moreover, before it can be used in such production, it has to be transformed into something else, and that transformation with the aid of nature's forces is undertaken by human labour. In other words, far from disproving Marx's theory of labour value, your example actually goes towards proving it. Now I am a simple son of the working class. My father was an unskilled engineering worker. Unlike my father, I was a skilled engineering worker. But my real education was provided by the University of Life. I have few academic qualifications, whereas you are a learned man, a philosopher no less. How is it, then, that I was aware of Marx's view on the role of nature in the creation of wealth, when a learned expert like you remained ignorant of it? Could it be that you have never actually read Capital? Or were you simply being misleading, because it is fashionable to attack Marx in these days when the nature of capitalist exploitation is a matter of growing public concern? I look forward to your comments with great anticipation. Yours sincerely, Malc Cowle. Please note, as soon as I receive a reply from you, it will be published in full, both on my website and on YouTube.